Hi friends, in this session we will see a simple algorithm implement our own Atoi function. Atoi function in C converts a string to integer. Let's take this example. Here 1016 is in string format. We need to convert that into integer format. In this exercise we are not going to use any inbuilt functions to convert string to integer. So how can we do that? We are going to depend on ASCII numbers. What is ASCII? ASCII represents 128 English characters as numbers in computer science. Each letter assigns a number from 0 to 127. Now the numbers from 0 to 9 also to be part of these 128 English characters. So every every number between 0 to 9 has an equivalent of ASCII number. So what we do, the number which is in string format, we will split into characters, and for each character we convert to ASCII number. We do simple subtractions and multiplication to convert into integer. So here the ASCII number for 0 is 48, the ASCII number for 1 is 49, and the ASCII number for 9 is 57. Let's take this example 1016. So when we read the first character 1, its equivalent ASCII number is 49. Now we get ASCII value for character 0, it's 48. When we subtract, we get value 1. This is equivalent to character 1 in number format. The same logic we use here to convert each character into number. Now how can we frame as a whole number 1016? So here ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. When we are reading from left to right, each character we read, here 1, first we multiply with 10, when we go to next character and sum it. Here it is 10. When we iterate to next character, again multiply with 10 and plus that specific number. So this gives 101. Now in next iteration, again multiply with 10 and sum with the last character. Now this became 1016. So this is our logic to convert a string to integer. So we need to consider a couple of cases here. You want to cover null or empty string, white spaces, sign like positive or negative number, integer minimum or max values. Let's write a code. I have created a class called myAtoi. Now let's create a static method which returns an integer. Its name is myAtoi. It takes one input parameter of type string. I'll name it input. We need to validate given input is not null and not empty. If input double equal to null, or input dot trim dot length double equal to 0. So why trim here? If input just contains empty spaces, then we will trim it and then we check the length. In such cases, the length is going to be 0. So in this case, we will return simply 0. Now remove all leading spaces and assign it back to same input variable. So we'll use trim. So the next case is we need to consider positive or negative sign in case if any. So we'll manage a flag. We'll use the flag at the end to assign a sign. So it's a boolean is positive. By default, initially we'll make it positive. That means true. We will have a simple counter int I equal to 0. We will use this to retrieve each character from given input. Now let's see any sign is sent along with input or not. If input dot char at 0 is equals to minus character, in such case the given input is negative, we'll change positive boolean value to false and we also increment I. The reason is the first character is occupied by sign. There could be cases that positive also can present in first character. So if input dot char at 0 is equals to positive, just increment I value because is positive is by default true. We don't need to change boolean value here. So now read each character and convert that into number and do multiplication to make the final integer. So final result we will use a double to store the final result. The variable name is result and we'll initialize 0 initially. Why double? Why not integer? Double is bigger range than integer. As discussed initially, we need to consider max and min values of integer. So in case the given input exceeds maximum of integer value, we may lose the value of it, but double is bigger range than integer. We can store in the double. At the end we can compare and take respective action. So that's the reason we are using double here. Now we'll use while loop. The exit conditions are input length is always greater than I. Let's say that user has provided only the sign. User didn't provide any value of it. So that's the reason we need this condition. And input dot char at I is greater than equal to 0 and input dot char at I is less than or equal to 9. That means we are considering only characters between 0 to 9. In case if we encounter any other number, we will break from the loop and return the value. So we have characters. Let's convert that into a number. So input dot char at I minus character 0, which gives ASCII value. We will store this into result. But what about previous value? We need to multiply with 10. Result into 10 plus ASCII value. Increment I. So now this converts the string into a number. We will apply the sign. If it's not positive, then only we will apply sign. Not positive, result equal to minus result. We will check the max and minimum value of integers. If result is greater than or equal to integer dot max value, we will just return integer dot max value. Similarly, we will check for minimum value of integer. Result is less than or equal to integer dot minimum value, will return integer dot minimum value. So finally return result. Now this is double, convert this into int, typecast to int and return it. We will write a main method to test our code. Public static void main now system dot out dot println the integer 1016 is equivalent to, call this my Atoi method and send 1016 in string format. Now we'll make couple of such entries. Here 239086 is my input. Similarly 1290 but with a negative sign, minus 1290. Let's run and see the result. We made mistake somewhere. Let's find out. So result, my bad. I supposed to use character format of 0 and character format of 9. The reason is we are comparing with characters. We are comparing the ASCII value of characters in this condition. So that's the mistake I did. Now let's run the code and see the result. So now it's converted string to integer. Even the negative sign has been considered and returned negative value. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.